clearest memory of writing in a grocery cart, I am a teenager. It was my senior year, and though I was 16 years old, I hadn't done many, if any, of the things that most of my classmates had done. I didn't go to football games or parties. I wasn't into shopping or dating. I just wasn't interested in any of those things. And though I had a lot of acquaintances, I didn't have a lot of friends that I hung out with outside of school or rehearsals. And I wasn't really into those reckless, silly little things that lots of kids find amusing. Like, I didn't sneak into movie theaters. I didn't fall asleep after talking to my friend on the phone all night. I didn't think those things were fun. And I guess I didn't really have anyone to do them with, but that's beside the point. I just focused on my schoolwork and my extracurricular activities, and I was fine. But luckily I did have one friend who liked doing silly things, and sometimes he tried to involve me in them. It was this atypical sunny winter afternoon, and it was lunchtime at school, and he sees something, and he hoots and hollers and pumps his fist in the air. You would have thought he found $1 million. And I look over, and it's this grocery cart. We were standing on this odd patch of blacktop that sat between the choir room and the theater. And he ran over to the cart, putting distance between us. And when I turned around, I had to squint and cover my eyes from the sun. And he looked at me and shouted, "Get in!" gesturing me over with his arm. Without saying it, we both knew that it would be easy for me to get in there and get pushed around because I'm little and light. I mean, pushed around literally, not figuratively. We both know that I'm stubborn as a mule and I wouldn't do anything I didn't want to. Anyway, he called out my name again, this time dragging it out syllable by syllable in that way that's annoying when a stranger or a bully does it, yet oddly endearing when it's somebody who really knows you. He gestured again, using his whole arm and smiling with his whole face. I couldn't help but smile back. I ran over, and I thought, God, he must have been such a fun little kid. I thought that at least a dozen times before, and would think that at least a dozen times again. I wished, not for the first time, that I'd met him 10 years earlier, and I hope I'd know him 10 years from now, and 10 years from then, and when he had his own kids, and I hoped he'd have his childlike nature then. Somehow I knew he would. I walked over to the cart, walked all the way around, inspecting it. It looked clean and the wheels looked secure. I shook it a little bit, looked down at it, looked up at him. I made sure that it would be safe. I made sure that he would keep me safe. He promised he would. I climbed in.